Hello, it's Ashley here from Paper&Twine, and a little while ago I shared these absolutely glorious tags that were sent to me by wonderful artists as part of the Oak House Journal September tag swap. I'm now in a position to show you what I have sent to my swap partners. I cannot compete on the Happy Mail front, but I do hope that they like my tags. So without further ado, let's get into what I have shown. Or what I meant to say was, let's get into what I have sent. So I've still got a couple of cards to make, but I've made this little card for Jean Godby, and I used an Alan Create. No, I didn't. I used a Pretty Gets Gritty stamp in pumice stone on the background, and I stenciled in this little stencil from Tim Holtz. Let me get it out actually. This circle stencil, also in pumice stone, and then I stamped from Alan Create with gathered twigs or vintage photo, I forget which, a little bit of this, just all on the background. And then I'm really into using up little bits and pieces for collage style cards at the moment. So little strips from papers, and then a little bit of, well, it's all Tim Holtz paper and all Tim Holtz ephemera. Then I've stamped a few of these little beetles and a little bit of the tape. So the tag that I'm sending to Jean Godby is this one. So I love blues and greens, as you know, and I've got two tags laid together. And I'll just say that the prompts that Carol from Oak House Journal set us were use an existing tag base, someone else's handwriting, and labels. So I did use an existing tag base to draw around to get the dimension of my tag. And I've just backed two together to make it extra sturdy, and also to hide the brad. So I smooshed in some colours. I think these might have been my new Inktense colours from Studio Light, the dye-based water reactive inks. And then I've inked, this is a Tim Holtz stamp, and then I've stenciled through one of the Tim Holtz Meadow Flowers stencils. I've put some collage paper on. So this stamp here kind of mimics this collage paper. We've got a little bit of somebody else's handwriting there. And then I've used a label on this little tag here that's hanging. Little tiny label. I've put some frontage on. I've die cut some flowers, and then a little bird. I've left his tail unglued just to give a little bit of dimension. It says he was an extraordinary talker. Then also I've stenciled through a little bit of crackle paste and spritzed it with Cosmic Shimmer. So can you see there's a little bit of crackle there? And then on the back, there's a little bit of writing there as well. On the back, I'll take this out. Oh, I've done this. So again, you've got somebody else's handwriting, well, it's print, isn't it? And just made a little pocket and just put a little bit of ephemera in it. So that's my first tag. Then out of these next two, I don't know who's going to get which tag yet. Let's just pop you there. So these two are very similar in colours. I think I used pumice stone, antique linen, and possibly tea dye on this one. This is a really old visible image stamp that I've got. I love it. I absolutely love it. You've seen me use it several times before. And I've got a similar thing going on with a little tag. And here it says, inner beauty is way more important than whatever you can see outside. And I've used half of a label here. Sometimes some of the Tim Holtz labels might be a little bit big for what you want. Chop into them. It adds interest. I've got a little bit more crackle paste down here, and I've put it through the same stencil that I've used here, which is also a Tim Holtz stencil. A little bit of collage paper. This little dangle has got somebody else's handwriting on it. I've got somebody else's handwriting here. This is a Tim Holtz stamp. I love that one of the Tim Holtz die sets that I've got has got the little reinforcers for the tag. I've used that on all of them. So that's the front, and then on the back, they've all got the same amount of ephemera in. Just made a little pocket. I think this is graphic 45 paper, and it just says a lasting friendship. Just an example of some of the ephemera. I've got a paper doll, a bingo card type thing, tickets, more tickets. This is a really nice card. Another Tim Holtz journaling card, and another Tim Holtz journaling card. And I've got a couple of other little things I'm sending as well, like some napkins and some other little bits and pieces that I just need to think about how I'm going to present nicely. And then the third tag is another of the visible image stamps. I've used much more fossilised amber on here in a different stencil. There's no texture paste on this. I've got some little Allen Create little beetly anti things going on. Little label on the back of the tag. Half of a label stuck on down there. We've got some frontage on here as well. I do love my frontage. I didn't put anything over that to hide it, so I'm going to go back and do that. And I've put the inner beauty is more important than whatever you can see outside. This is a bit of collage paper, which has got handwriting on it. And then on the back, again, we've got a pocket. I've just used the same graphic 45 paper to make a pocket here. It's slightly less deep. You can see more of the stenciling on here. I think I used Rusty Hinge, fossilised amber, and maybe mustard seed on this. And again, we've got a paper doll, some tickets, a journaling card. As I say, I've got more little bits and pieces to put in the package. Bingo card type thing. It's not a bingo card, but you know what I mean. Come on, get in there. Let's have you sticking out a bit more. Another journaling card. So you've got the insect theme and the pinks and the blues tying quite nicely. And then I love this one with this little face. Best wishes, September 1920. So those are the tags that I have made for the Oak House Journal tag swap. I will leave Oak House Journal's YouTube channel linked down below. It is currently absolutely pouring with rain. So I'm going to huddle up inside, make a couple of cards, which I might show you. I might do a process of how I do my little cards out of scraps. I'm going to tidy up all this, and I hope whatever you're doing today, you have a very lovely day. Thank you to my swap partners once again, and thank you for your patience. I know I was very delayed in sending these out to you, and thanks again to Carol from Oak House Journal for hosting this swap. If you've enjoyed any of today's video, please do give a thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow. Take care. Bye now.